Hello everyone. In this video, I have covered important questions and answers of chapter number 2, The Tiger King, written by Ramaswamy Krishnamurthy Kalki from CBSE Class 12th English textbook Vistas. Dear students, here I have covered short answer type questions, read and find out, reading with insight, and important long answer questions. Let me begin with important short answer type questions from text only. Read and find out. Question number 1. Who was the Tiger King? Why did he get the name? Jelani Jangjang Bahadur, the Maharaja of Pratibandapuram, is known as the Tiger King. He got his name because when he was born, a prophecy was made that his death would come from a tiger. He killed 99 tigers just to prove an astrological prediction wrong. Moreover, he was as ferocious as a tiger. Question number 2. What did the royal infant grow up to be? The royal infant grew up to be the king of Pratibandapuram, who was obsessed with the idea of killing 100 tigers. He wanted to do so to disprove the prophecy which said that his death would come from the 100th tiger. This made him kill all the tigers of Pratibandapuram. He even married for the sake of this ambition. He came to be known as the Tiger King. Question number 3. What will the Maharaja do to find the required number of tigers to kill? Answer. To get the required number of tigers to kill, the Maharaja asked his Diwan to find a suitable girl for him to marry. A suitable girl for matrimonial alliance would be one who would not only come from a royal family but also belong to a state with a large tiger population. As Pratibandpuram had no more tigers left, a province that belonged to his father-in-law would certainly provide him with an opportunity to kill more tigers and reach his aim of killing 100 tigers. Question number 4. How will the Maharaja prepare himself for the 100th tiger which was supposed to decide his fate? Answer. The Maharaja wanted to be extremely careful while dealing with the 100th tiger which was supposed to be the reason for his death. On encountering the 100th one, he took a careful aim at the tiger and shot it. When it fell in a crumpled heap, he was overcome with joy and left the place hastily. Question number 5. What will now happen to the astrologer? Do you think the prophecy was indisputably disproved? Answer. The astrologer dies before the king of Pratibandapuram gets an opportunity to kill 100 tigers. Disapproving his prophecy seems to be the sole reason for the king's existence. Except for killing 100 tigers, everything else takes a back seat for the king. The prophecy cannot be indisputably disproved as the king was ultimately killed by a tiger, though neither by a real one nor by the 100th one. Looking at the weak, old, and almost lifeless tiger that was the 100th one, no one would have thought that it would escape the king's bullet by fainting at the shock of the bullet whizzing past. It was the tiny little wooden tiger from the toy shop that caused the death of Tiger King. Question number 6. What is the general attitude of human beings towards wild animals? Answer. Generally, people fear the wild animals because of their ferociousness and tendency to harm humans. But some people exploit them by caging or hunting them for the sadistic pleasure. They kill them to earn money from their hides, etc. Yet, there are people who understand the importance of sustaining ecological balance, preserving the beauty of nature, and believe in every creature's right to its existence. They spread awareness about the importance of wildlife and the necessity of saving them from annihilation. Question number 7. Why was tiger hunting banned in Pratibandapuram? Answer. After the Maharaja was crowned the king, the astrologer's prediction gradually reached his ears, and he set out on a tiger hunt. When he killed his first tiger, the astrologer informed him that he would have to kill 100 tigers to escape the prophecy. So the Maharaja banned tiger hunting in the state so that he could get the required number of tigers to kill and reach the mark. Question number 8. How did the Tiger King come in danger of losing his throne? Answer. Tiger hunting was banned in Pratibandapuram. A high ranking British officer visited Pratibandapuram with a wish to hunt tigers. The Maharaja refused this permission. He feared that if he relented, other British officers would turn up with similar requests. He stood in danger of losing his kingdom as he refused the request of British officer. Question number 9. How did the Tiger King manage to retain his kingdom? Answer. The Maharaja had annoyed the visiting senior British officer over the issue of tiger hunting and stood in danger of losing his kingdom itself. So, the Maharaja and Diwan decided to pacify the officer through bribe by sending gifts of expensive diamond rings to the Durai Sani, the wife of British officer. He sent a selection of 50 diamond rings. She was expected to keep one or two, but she kept all. The Maharaja was happy that though he had lost 3 lakh of rupees, he had managed to retain his kingdom by pleasing the officer. Question number 10. How did the Tiger King meet his end? What is ironical about his fate? Answer. The Tiger King bought a wooden toy tiger for his son's birthday. It was crafted by an unskilled carpenter. Tiny slivers of wood stood out all over it like quills. One of the slivers pierced the Maharaja's hand. The infection soon spread all over his arm and he could not survive. The irony about his fate is that the king killed many tigers, sometimes even with his bare hands, but a harmless toy tiger proved to be the reason of his death. His death was thus destined, and thus the irony lay in his failure to survive the ominous prediction. Now, I will be discussing long answer type questions from the text only. Reading with insight. Question number 1 is: the story is a satire on the conceit of those in power. How does the author employ the literary device of dramatic irony in the story? Answer. The story is a satire on the conceit of those in power. The king is known to be an extremely conceited person right from the beginning. As a 10-day-old infant, he pronounced the words, "Let tigers beware." By challenging the astrologer's prediction, he also challenges his death. After killing the first tiger, the Tiger King displays it ostentatiously in front of the astrologer. Moreover, killing 17 tigers within a period of 10 years and bringing the entire species close to extinction, marrying for the convenience of killing more tigers, exercising his authority to punish or tax people according to his whims and fancies, flaunting his power and richness in sending about 50 rings to the British officer's lady or paying a bill of 3 lakh rupees, having a temper that would make other people lose their job or even life, etc., are all part of this conceit. He does nothing for the sake of his people in the capacity of a king. All this has been highlighted in the story using humor, irony, and exaggeration. Kalki effectively uses the tool of dramatic irony in the story. Having shot at the 100th tiger, the king believes that it is dead, but the tiger has only fainted from the shock of the bullet flying past him. The irony comes into play when the king buys a wooden toy tiger for his son and gets injured from the slivers of wood. He dies merely because of a wooden tiger and not by any ferocious creature like tiger. Thus, the dramatic irony surfaces strongly at the end of the story when the readers realize what the king never does. Question number 2. What is the author's indirect comment on subjecting innocent animals to the willfulness of human beings? Answer. The author wants to tell his readers that killing innocent animals for fulfilling one's whims and fancies is wrong and sinful. The Tiger King goes on a hunting spree and interferes with the course of nature by indulging in the heinous slaughter of tigers. There is also an implicit suggestion of killings for preserving the vain glory of human in the British officer's request for a photograph with a dead tiger. It is as if these animals' existence is at stake for more than one reason and for no fault of their own. The absurdity highlighted in the killings by the author also makes the reader wonder if these animals deserve more security than human beings. It is ironic the fate has other plans for a conceited man like Tiger King. The author wants to tell his readers that every creature in this world has an equal right to live one's life. The Tiger King does not honor the right to live of other beings. Fate pays him in the same way by awarding him death through a wooden toy tiger. Thus, in the end, the Tiger King paid for his misdeeds. Question number 3. How would you describe the behavior of the Maharaja's minions towards him? Do you find them truly sincere towards him, or are they driven by fear when they obey him? Do we find a similarity in today's political order? Answer. Maharaja's minions were servile towards him mainly because of his fury and obstinacy, which might result in either losing their jobs for no apparent fault of theirs or facing unjustified punishments. No one tried to argue any of his decision, be it annihilation of tigers or marrying for the sake of availing further opportunity for tiger hunt, and no one questioned his neglect of duties towards his people. They merely had to submit to his whims and fancies. Even his Divan was asked to resign from his post when he tried to point out the impracticality of doubling the taxes collected from people. All his minions lived in a piteous state of constant fear of him, so much so that the shopkeeper couldn't communicate the original price of an item. The hunters couldn't inform him about the hundredth tiger being alive, and even his Divan had to quietly arrange for a tiger to be brought from Chennai. Their sincerity to him, if any, was always shown overpowered by the fear of their king. Yes, there are lots of similarities between the Maharaja's story and the present political order. People are dissatisfied as those in power seem to be indifferent to their welfare and that of the state and environment. Selfish aims and concerns guide decisions, and mere whims and fancies can change the situation of law and order. Those who try to bring some positive reform may also not be able to do so as they fear losing their jobs or facing other dire consequences. Yet, the best part is that the real situation is not as bleak as in the story. There are people working for the benefit and welfare of their community and society, and positive changes do happen. Dear students, in examination, you will get one long question based on characterization. So it is important to know about the main characters of the story. Here I have included pen portrait of the Tiger King. Let's begin with the character sketch of Tiger King. The Tiger King of Pratibandapuram, Sir Jilani Jungjung Bahadur, had got many names, but he was well known as the Tiger King. When he was born, the chief astrologer predicted that the king would be killed by the tiger. He is callous and ruthless in subjecting innocent animals to his willful hunting. Moody, whimsical, and impulsive as he is, he refuses to see reason. At times, he is elated and announces the exemption of taxes for the villagers, and at others, his fury gets the better of him. He doubles his taxes. He dismisses his ministers and officers waywardly. He's crazy about killing tigers just to prove a prediction wrong. However, in spite of all the valorous veneer presented by him, he's a coward and is mortally afraid of the Britishers and does not mind stooping to the extent of resorting to bribery. In short, he's funny but despicable figure having nothing in his behavior and personality that can endear him to anyone. So this is how we write a character sketch of any important character of the story. I have included important points, and the purpose is that to give you a hint to how to go about it, how to write a character sketch of a person or the important character in the story. If you want, you can add few more points from your side. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe English tutorials by Poonam Thakur.